is my first YouTube video that I will be uploading, and I'm coming to you from Los Angeles area traffic. I am in the car, as you can see it moving, and by the time I get home, a lot of times I have other stuff to do. I get tired, then I don't want to record anything. But if you have never heard of Urban Spinster, let me give you a little brief intro. So I am what I call a single life expert, meaning I am single. I have never been married. I work, I pay my bills, I own a home, I have a dog, I hang out with my friends, I start businesses, I do whatever it is that I want to do as a single person. But with being single comes a lot of obstacles sometimes that you have to navigate as a single woman, specifically single black woman, which is why it is Urban Spinster, because I'm black. I do have a podcast available on almost every platform, same name, Urban Spinster. And basically the purpose of the brand is to redefine what it means to be single and over 30. It doesn't mean your life is over. If you want to have children, you can do that. I am not one that wants to be a mom or to have children at this point in my life. And I think I did in my earlier years, but at this point I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I like my freedom. I can do what I want, spend my money on whatever I want to. This is not a male bashing channel. My cousins seem to think that this brand is about bashing men, which it is not. I have never in my life said on any platform that I don't like men. I do. So you don't have to be a single hetero woman to get anything out of this brand. You can like what you like. It's just about being single and being okay with that in this season. That doesn't mean you're going to be single forever. I love men. However, I'm not willing to settle as I used to entertain people that I know are not for me. And I did that because I was around other people who would always say, well, why aren't you dating anybody? Or let me hook you up with so-and-so, or, you know, whatever. They just want you to fit into the picture that society has painted. If you are not married and have a child by a certain age, something is wrong with you. That is what people are taught. So then we internalize those things and we desperately jump into these situationships that aren't going anywhere. So that's pretty much what the brand is about. It's just, you know, really an empowerment, and it's very informational. The things that I talk about, being a homeowner by yourself, the things that you need to take into consideration, the missteps that I have made, I'll share. Starting businesses. I do have a full-time job, but I hustle because I'm by myself. I'm paying all these bills by myself. So you have to have multiple streams of income. So I'll talk about those things. My website is urbanspinster.com. It will be in the details below the video. Podcast, again, Urban Spinster. You can follow me on IG at Urban Spinster XO. Same on Facebook at Urban Spinster XO. So I wanted to talk about today on this particular video. I know someone also who has a channel, and she was talking about her breakup with this person that she really didn't want to be with in the first place, but they caught her at a vulnerable time in her life, and she just said, okay, well, we can hang out. But that person was really interested in more than just the hangout. So because of the time and the attention they were giving, they basically broke her down. So she said, well, maybe this could work. But the instinct was right in the first place. And that's a lot of times what we do, is we do not follow our instincts with people. That made me think of a relationship that I had where I kept breaking up with the dude. And I would go back. And it wasn't like he was calling me to come back. I would feel bad, you know. And as women, a lot of us, we grew up in a very people-pleasing environment as far as our households are concerned. So we don't want to let people down, or we feel obligated to entertain people in their foolishness because, okay, well, we're together, or we're friends, or, you know, whatever your label is for your relationship. So when there's something that happens, some drama with that person, we feel obligated to help them out, or to be there in some way, shape, or form, or to be with them, period. And so that her story reminded me of this particular guy, and I knew from the jump he was not for me. But I wasn't seeing anybody, I wasn't doing nothing, so I was like, okay, well, you know, we could just hang out, same type of thing. And he didn't have a car, he wasn't working a job, he was just hustling, and not drug hustling, he was like selling art, and back in the days selling CDs, and, you know, that kind of stuff, that type of hustling. So that wasn't for me. I was the complete opposite, and still am the complete opposite of that. I have side hustles, but I have a steady job. I've always owned a car. My credit is good. You know, people that are past a certain age and still have that kind of drama in their life, that's, to me, is like basic stuff. Car, a roof over your head that you're not sharing with multiple people, and a steady stream of income. So I thought we would just hang out, and then hanging out turned into us actually dating because I liked the attention that this person was giving me. So he was very attentive, he's a Scorpio, so if you into that kind of thing, very romantic type. So I overlooked the other things, but this was someone who was used to people bailing him out of situations. His parents always bailed him out if he got into some trouble or some kind of drama. There was always someone coming to his rescue, and that wound up being me at one point. And I will tell that story another time. But, you know, going back to the fact that we always, I shouldn't say we always, but a lot of women, because we have that nurturing component to us, we feel bad when we cut people off, especially if we haven't known them that long. But our instinct is telling us this person is not for you. That means don't even hang out with them, because if you know that person is into you and you're not into them, and they're continuing to pursue you, at some point you might relent, and then you'll regret it. So follow your instincts the first time, because when I tell the next saga in this story, it gets worse. It gets worse, you know. And like I said, I kept breaking up with him and going back because I felt bad for breaking up with him. He would have gotten over it and been fine. He might have been upset for a minute, but he would have been okay. You got to worry about you and not worry about other people's emotional states. Because when you're dealing with someone who is irresponsible and always needs to be bailed out of things, it is going to tear you down and deplete your resources, because you're constantly doing stuff for them. So I hope you will follow, subscribe, like, share on this channel and my other platforms. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.